I'm gonna hit the go live.
Okay.
Get our sound checks and stuffs.
Have sound.
We have sound? That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still trying to make sure I have the keyboard and stuff right. Ah, man. Alright. And Rainbow made it. Yay! Making something quick for lunch. Awesome. Alright, let's do the squishy thing. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and I am joined tonight by my lovely wife. That is Mandy over there. And yeah, it's been a crazy week. We're gonna make a bracelet or two. Well, we probably won't finish two. I saw what the other one is, and we'll never finish it. Before I get into this, though, I want to remind everybody we do have the secret word game. You just come and join our live streams and you chat, and if you say the magic word, you win these two lovely bracelets. One made by myself and the other by Minute Craft. So yeah, today we are working on this. So this is my take on 37167. It was a pretty cool pattern, and this is what I made of it. I kind of found an area to make as the center, and when you click on these patterns, it actually brings you to the PDF, which I have blown up really big over here, so that way I can see what I'm doing from where I'm sitting. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh, but my colors are very different, and I think the computer is struggling to deal with the fact these are all three of the colors are fluorescent and the other three are black. So yeah, so they really don't match the colors in the pattern at all. So Mandy and I were just talking about this, and so I think I kind of have an idea of what we're doing, but yeah, we'll kind of deal with it as we go along. Hey, Phil made it too. All right. And the bot's running. We got a bot. That's awesome. So I'm going to make the red be the orange. The purple will be in the place of the blue. And this yellow will be in the place of the green. So how's that for some executive decisions? And you can see what I'm doing is I'm just taking each string, go down and wrap it around the rest of the bunch, just so that way I get this really nice clean start. So that's kind of, if you're wondering what I'm doing over here, that is what it is. So it's the black one and the orange. The setting up is probably like the one area where you have to use the most caution, because if you get the starting wrong, the whole bracelet is going to be off. It's just no fixing it then. So yeah, now we got the colors all in their right sequence. I can chat a bit more. How is everybody? How has your week been? I have been dealing with something I think sinus related, that has been giving me dry eye, and it has been really, really brutal for a number of days in a row. And then today, all of a sudden, I don't know why, I suddenly started feeling super, super chilled, like cold, like I was running a fever or something. So I just took Panadol, or an equivalency of, and hopefully everything is going to be okay and we can do this stream. So this is one of those kind of patterns where it's kind of fun and repetitive, and it'll be entertaining to see it getting done. Oh, and if anybody is curious, we have a Discord server where you can share your photos and your stuff with me, and during the week I kind of hang out there periodically and make it available to hang out and chat. I don't necessarily get time to do it every day, especially with trying to create the videos and stuff, but yeah, I do try to at least take a day and spend it over there. Yeah. All right. So on my computer, this looks like a super crazy vibrant red, but in reality, it is a super fluorescent orange. So I have no idea how that's turning out for you guys. I didn't really think about the fluorescent thing when I was picking out the colors. I just thought it'd be kind of fun because there was a lot of like a black background, and I thought the most contrast I could give the black background was these fluorescent colors. So yeah, kind of.
When you hold it up and we're using the strings, it looks more orange.
Right.
But when you're just laying there, it looks more red.
Isn't that weird?
Mm.
It's got to have everything to do with like the angle of the light coming down on it and stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So, oh yeah, in Discord, people can give suggestions for future videos, which I have listened. The word is out. Everybody wants to know how the kumi loops are made. I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing the video, so it is being planned. I am working on it. It's a lot of stuff goes into these videos, so it won't be there right away, but I will make one, and I am kind of excited about the prospects. Might do a few on the different kumi stuffs that we've learned, you know. We'll see how it goes, see how the content works. So now this purple is in the place of the blue, so it goes out almost to the edge there before turning back. Guest star. She is going to be the star. She is a big part of it. Yeah, for people who don't know, my wife makes almost all of the loops. So. Oh, and you guys, the little thing down in the bottom left, the donut. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are almost 100 hours more this week than we were last week. So we were almost a third of the way. We are ever so much closer now than we were. So it's something like 1,468, I think, hours.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, out of the 4,000 needed. So Google says that they're going to lower that 4,000 down to 3,000, but right now it's still 4,000 that we're trying for. So yes. Yeah, that's another thing. So the whole sinus thing may have kicked off because of the fact that I have not been getting adequate sleep. And so, yeah, I've got dry, itchy eyes, difficulty sleeping, just all kinds of things going on. It's rough. Trying not to complain too much. But yeah, basically my doctors took me off of a medication because if I can cope without it, that would be good. And since I've been off the medication, I've noticed that my blood pressure's come down quite a bit. My absolute need for snacking has come down quite a bit. So there's like all kinds of reasons why it would be really good. The problem is apparently this medication had been helping me to go to sleep, and now that I'm not on it, I lay in bed sometimes for hours trying to fall asleep, like actually using meditative music and the ocean scenes and that kind of stuff, and just not falling asleep. So yeah, and I don't quite know how to get the needed sleep because yeah, I mean the whole reason I was sleeping well before was the meds. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm trying very hard to figure this thing out. Yeah, and yeah, the lack of sleep is definitely playing a thing. Not falling asleep, that's cute. Yeah, I tried to describe it to Mandy, and it's almost like the voices in my head, you know, when you're thinking to yourself, it's like the voice in my head has gotten louder, and you know, like listening to the waves crashing on the beach is like, yep, there goes a wave. Yep, okay, yep, this is not working. Okay, what the heck? And it's an endless barrage of chatter that doesn't seem to go away. Hey, Isabella made it. Yay. So one of the things I'm noticing about this is this fluorescent string is a bit thicker. Not much, just a little bit. And it's enough that, I mean, I know it's like splitting hairs, but it's from a different supplier, and yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Though it'll make the bracelet a little bit wonky, only because the size difference between the fluorescence and the black is different. So yeah. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm using one of the regular binder clips again. They just hold so much better, honestly. I don't know. The other ones are prettier to look at and whatever, but these great big thick binder clips really help keep things from sliding, and it really is so much better. They do kind of get rusty after a while, but I found a fix for that. You can get the sticky sided felt and put that on the inside of the clip, and it'll keep it from making a mess of your work. So it just works. Where did we get the double-sided, or the sticky-sided felt from?
Daiso?
Maybe. This stuff is really difficult to kind of trim, but still worth it. So, things to talk about. Who else has been following this whole submarine story with the rich people going to see the Titanic? I've been captivated since I heard about it going missing, and yeah, it's such a terrible tragedy, and I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came from Daiso, but if not there, you might be able to. Spotlight is another craft store that may have it. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, just sticky felted stuff just seems kind of silly. I'll show you what it looks like. Basically what I did was I put it around the desk, and then I took the clip and went at it and made it stick to the insides. So yeah. In our humidity here, it would be real easy for it to get kind of a rusty whatever, and then you get that kind of rust orange on your nice white string. That doesn't look good. So yeah, this is a good fix. Yeah, he not only ignored it, he took it as like a personal attack when people were telling him that, his sub wasn't properly um, tested for safety and stuff. And yeah, he was, yeah, it's crazy. And to think the thing had like an Xbox style controller manipulating this sub. It's like, what the heck? And then there's the other stuff, like everybody was holding out hope that, they still have air to last for how long, and there was countdowns and stuff going on of that nature. But the US Navy heard the implosion, and for whatever reason, like the media wasn't like picking up on the note on that, and still like holding out hope for these people. Why they didn't like kind of announce earlier on, like, nope, we heard it go squish. So yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. um I also saw a tweet from Logitech saying that their controllers really are only meant for gaming. Like, yikes. Yeah, perhaps that's true. The one good thing out of it all is, my understanding is, the moment it imploded, it would have been an instant death for everybody inside. There was no drowning or suffering or anything else. It was instantaneous death. So there's that. Well, I saw one of the photos. So inside of the sub, there it was a um, fiberglass wall, and they had just screwed the monitor mounts right into the fiberglass wall, which apparently, if you do that, you basically break the integrity of the fiberglass. So yeah. And the dude was all like proud about like how cheap like things he had, like the lighting thing on the top was something out of like a camping store or whatever. So like they went with like absolutely like the weirdest cheaper things. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, have to admit I've been really kind of caught up in the news and the reports of how kooky the owner of this company was. How he didn't want to hire anybody over the age of 50 because they weren't enthusiastic enough, and they weren't, getting his message out there. And yeah. Yeah. Well, did you guys see the pictures? There was like masking tape with Sharpie on it, like this way for the valve to go up and this way for the valve to go down. Like if I just paid $250,000 and I saw that, I'd be like, "Hello? Um excuse me?" Like seriously. Oh, that is.
Yeah, if we just paid a couple $100 to go on a plane and I saw that,
Right.
still no go.
Yeah. The rest of the big ship that takes the sub out there, though, like we saw one of the like advertisements that the company had done, and that part, that ship looked pretty high tech and whatever, was a lot less scary, but the sub really just wow. I have to admit I have seen that. But then again, I always take the window seat, so you know. And I don't think it's actually technically duct tape. It's like an aluminum, I think they call it 100-mile-an-hour tape or something. Yeah, I guess when things, after a while, things been around for a while, planes, subs, whatever, we just trust that somebody in charge is smarter than us, that they're gonna take all of our best interest at whatever, and not get us all killed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when NASA uses duct tape, it's on the inside. Like that was part of the whole fix with the air scrubber thing. on the Apollo mission was the fact that they had duct tape, but that's more of an internal thing. Yeah, so Art Friend has a huge array of duct tape, which has everything from rainbow colored stuff to stuff that actually has ducks on it, you know, making it actual duck tape as opposed to just duct. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. This bracelet seems to be going really fast, and it's got me questioning, like, did I get the pattern right? Because it just seems way too fast. Another 36 string. Wow. Oh, I don't know if anybody has seen it, but Minute Craft recently did a bracelet with a pattern that she had seen on the internet. I did a little research, found the pattern, and it turns out that the pattern that was out there, that was available or whatever, it was absolutely horribly wrong. And this is going to lead to what we're going to work on after this one, which is this. My take on the 50204. So this is the bracelets that were, you know, seen or whatever, and this is a smaller version that I made of it. It made it down to a 24 string as opposed to this one, which is, what does it say, 42. So yeah, I went from 42 strings down to 24. But the thing is, let's see, can I Can I zoom on this? I can. Take a look at this basically the top row up here. It goes in a straight line. It's different from how the middle one has this zigzag thing going on. It just goes off in a straight line. Even the outside one out here has the same zigzag. It's just a really weird thing that they did, and basically she did not follow that pattern to the letter. She improvised or changed or whatever. So yeah, I wanted to create my own version of this pattern where it wasn't so weird. And yeah, we're gonna work on the smaller one tonight. Like I said, there's no chance of me actually finishing it because of the fact that it is a 24 string bracelet. It's kind of crazy. So yeah. I'm kind of cracking up over how red that this orange color is looking. It's like it's on fire. It's so funny. Steve is Rainbow's pet spider. When I say pet, he basically lives there rent free in the house by the window and has consumed various bugs that Rainbow has chased or flung his way. I mean, I suppose if you're going to have a pet, spiders are pretty low cost. I don't see how Spencer is too posh. So Rainbow, what you need to do now is to get the tiniest little bit of fabric you can do and break down the embroidery floss down to the single strands and make it as absolutely the tiniest no place like home sign that you can put over by Steve's place. See, when I think Spencer, I think of the dog from Ethan from the Crank gameplays. His dog is Spencer, so. One of the guys from Unis Honest. Yeah, making a teeny tiny no place like home would be a lot of work, but it'd be really, really cute. That's what I love about the live streams is I never know what I'm going to get from you guys. Absolutely hilarious. My watch keeps going off with a message of, how are you feeling? And it's like, yeah, I'm in the middle of something and I don't need a watch that keeps asking me that. It's really driving me insane.
Your watch is feeling left out?
Yeah, apparently. I'm not sure what it's like. There's certain traits about this watch that I'm really not appreciating very much. It has this thing where if I'm out, you know, let's say I take the day out and I do a long walk, it'll be like, oh, a walk has been detected. And even if you don't touch it and say, yeah, sure, go for it, it will be like, oh, well, you're obviously not responding, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn your watch into this weird tracking thing that tells you how long you've been at your activity. But then it stops being a watch. It stops telling you what time it is until you tell it to stop tracking the activity. And it's like, I just want to know what time it is. I want to know if I got a fair number of steps in during the day, and I'm going to be able to tell what time it is. And when it stops telling me the time, it's like, oh, come on. Like, that's not helpful. Nice. Yeah, so anybody who's curious about that, straight edge technique does not necessarily mean you're going to end up with your bracelets automatically being nice and straight. Tension is the thing for that. What a straight edge technique will do, though, is if you have a bracelet, and this one over here is a great example of it, on the very edge there, see, like down the middle here, there's like an extra dot. You will get that dot on the edge by adding in the one more string, and it changes the way it looks. Like the reds here would have the little purple dot along the edges. It does make a difference. There is something that can be said for it, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the edge of the bracelet actually being straight. That's not how it works. So and yeah, I did a whole video on it and stuff, so yeah. In case anybody's wondering what we're talking about here, that is it. And I don't get why they want to call it a straight edge technique. It doesn't. I don't know. AZ Claire swears by it. She does it to almost all her bracelets. She's obviously got enough talent in making bracelets that she doesn't need to do that to have them turn out straight, unless she somehow convinced herself that that's the reason that they do. I don't know. Yeah. But there are certain bracelets, even if you do the straight edge technique, there are certain bracelets that will almost always end up really, really wavy. If you take and you basically go to the left and then just kind of like half of a diamond this way and then half of a diamond that way, and you repeat that, it is going to come out wavy. It just is. The knots that make up the sudden change, like the zigzaggy knots, they are not the same, and it will come out a little bit wonky. It just it's just how it works. Yeah. So if you hadn't figured out, this is our halfway point. So not bad. So just as I was getting used to the whole repetitive nature of the pattern, we have changed it up and now it's going the other direction. That's okay. That was kind of what I did to the pattern myself, thinking that just going one direction wasn't exciting enough. I was kind of excited that to find out that we had a sale here recently to somebody in an area not far away from where I grew up. Birmingham, Michigan, had ordered a keychain that I made, and they got it, and they say it's even prettier than what the photos were. So I'm really excited that, you know, that they're happy with the sale and that it made it there okay.
They're pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, especially considering there was a charity thing that I sent quite a number of bracelets to, and it never made it. So I was starting to lose faith with the American Postal Service, but this one made it quick. So yeah, there is still a sale going on over on akaawol.com. You guys can check that out. It's 15% off. You just use the code summer23, I think it is.
Yep.
It's on the top of the page. You can't miss it. So yeah. The only ones that aren't good for that is the ones that are already on sale for whatever other reason. Like I've been putting a lot of the ones that are being made here on the live stream, I've just been putting them up at a sale price. So you don't get to put 15% on top of the other sale. Well, I mean, it's not like they screw up everything, but yeah. Like, when did we send out those bracelets? Back in February, and they still haven't reached? And that's where it comes from. I have a lot of patience. It takes a lot to get me fully exasperated. I'm not really particularly good at the whole adulting thing, but yes, I try to believe in the best of things and that I don't give up on this stuff too terribly easily. Although I now am wondering, because we did send that package with tracking numbers and stuff, how close I am to them, to the post office actually paying me some sort of money for the stuff. Because, yeah, I may have been doing charity things, but, you know, if the post office messed up, then I should get paid, I guess. So it's kind of fun how when it flips over going the other direction, how different the segmenting becomes. Oh no. So yeah, if you do the whole delivery with the tracking numbers or whatever, you get up to like $60-$70 back, something like that. You don't get the full amount, but there is a something you get. Yeah, I'm probably more inclined to get exasperated over like bad knotting advice, like the calling it a straight edge technique when it doesn't actually make a straight edge. Like that's probably more likely to get under my skin. It drives me crazy. especially because the people who instigate this kind of stuff have to know better. They aren't new to bracelet making. They have to know that certain patterns are not going to benefit from it, and you know, because I can find, if they want to insist that it is, true or whatever, I can give them patterns like, okay, add it to this and let's see how that works for you, and just know that it won't, because some patterns it doesn't work, yeah. And asymmetrical patterns, yeah. Yes, bad patterns, that's another one. Yeah, I've done some rant videos. Oh yeah. Yeah, block my path in the mall with your little group of people all spread out all the way across the aisle, walking at absurdly low rate. Oh God. Oh. I'm going unglued over here. Yes, that one. That one definitely gets me. Or letting your children play tag out in the middle of the aisles of the mall, like just in the hallways or whatever. Let them run around through the crowd, laughing and giggling and screaming and running, and yeah. Yeah, June holidays are rough. I like to go to various malls and stuff to be indoors and walking and getting some steps in and get a little exercise. And people during the holidays are absolutely the worst. Oh no, unknotting is not fun. Everyone take a shot. So there's not too much more of this bracelet, although my strings are feeling like they're getting short. I always get a little paranoid at that when certain colors like this purple are getting used a lot. Like, I just don't want to play chicken with it, but I think they'll be fine. So Minute, you're going to have to add a picture of your work in progress over on Discord so we can all have a look and see what you're making. Yeah, string chicken is no fun. I like knowing for sure that everything's going to work out just fine. And I'll have you guys know, I have passed by a number of Burger Kings here recently, and I have resisted the temptation of getting myself the Hershey pie. So I've been doing really, really good at this adulting thing and trying to not have a big old belly. So yeah. I don't know why, but now I'm so Rainbow just mentioned these Iceland supermarkets, and I suddenly realized, like, what a great marketing thing. Like, they could be like the kings of frozen food if they if they wanted to. You know, there's Iceland food, frozen food or whatever. Like, it would be such a marketing whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a mess. Yeah, that's awesome. No. Well, I don't think that's the problem. I could test the hypothesis, though. Enable it. Next, you guys will be sending me Fago, which is a Detroit thing. I'm sure Verner's was a bit of a Detroit thing too, but Fago is seriously Detroit. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. It's either Pop Tarts or the there was muffins there. That was that last time or time before last. You had the blueberry muffins.
Yep. That was last time.
Yeah. I actually went by a coffee bean and tea leaf and checked, and they only had the chocolate muffins. So yeah, if they'd had the blueberry one, I'd probably have stopped. So I think 8-Ball is seriously damaged. Ooh, that sounds lovely. I don't think I've ever had such a thing, but I wouldn't turn one down. We could have breakfasts. We could have breakfast in the evening. Remember we used to do that? Make the fancy eggy sandwiches and yes. You know, we haven't done that in a really long time. When was the last time we went to a restaurant that had the all-day breakfast and got ourselves something?
When we stayed at a W hotel.
How long ago was that? That was a long time ago.
Not that long.
Seems like forevers.
February.
Yeah. No baked beans. Why do people think putting baked beans in with breakfast is a good idea? That just no.
It's a British thing.
I don't understand. My mom was British. We never had baked beans ever.
Because she married an American? No, not really. She adopted the American life.
Cream cheese bagel. Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't get the baked bean thing. It doesn't do a thing for me. Mushy peas should be illegal. Okay. Scones are lovely. Scones are nice. When I realized Rainbow laughing at high tea, I suddenly pictured from Beauty and the Beast the little teapot in the cup, and pictured them like just smoking a spliff and just being wasted, and just, yeah. Now I'm gonna have a hard time getting that picture out of my head. High tea. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Wow. Let's see if we can make the colors change for the screen. So weird. So yeah, my very fluorescent, very vibrant bracelet is done. I just need to braid the tails, which I will do after. But yeah, there we have our my take on the 37167. So yeah. All right. Oh, thank you. So now I'm loading up the pattern. Over on my other screen. So that way I can figure out which sequence to put the strings in. And I don't know if you guys actually have these things. This is the bobbin that I put the string on for when I'm doing the kumis. I only know one place in Singapore that actually sells it, and it's like at the basement level between like the 313 and heading like towards the train line. It's this little bead shop that sells these things. These things are incredibly durable. I mean, we've had them for years, and none of them is spoiled. So yeah. So let's see, there's a purple on either side. Two reds. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty balanced. The last time I was there it was, but it's been a while. Do you remember what the shop name was called? I know we're members because we spent a shitload of money there. Do you remember what it was called, honey?
What?
The bead store.
Beads, etc.
Is it? That sounds like a possibility. Yeah, I'll buy it.
No, the store's gone. They only have but they have an online store.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while since we've been down that way. So yeah, maybe shoot the online shop over to.
I did.
Okay. My phone's on silent, so I did not know. So there's very few colors in this bracelet, which makes setting it up a little bit easier. Yeah, the silicone things will definitely help if you want to do kumi loops or kumi bracelets. It really, really makes a huge difference. And then if you want to do things like say a kumi strap, let's say you want to do, at least a meter long thing, what you can do is you can wrap your string, all the strings. Let's say you're doing an 8-stringed kumi, wrap all 8 strings in these little bobbins and slowly feed them out as needed. That's why we have, I want to say we have about 30 of them. All right, now we're working with teeny tiny strings, so I'm breaking out the glasses. Yeah, they have cool beads that you could use to embellish a bracelet. They've got all kinds of stuff. Well, at least they did. I don't know. I haven't seen their online store, but I know that we enjoyed looking around their shop very, very much. So, Minute, did you ever make it out to the west to pick up the Daiso floss? So before everybody gets concerned about the safety and well-being of people around, Stabby toys are embroidery things. So she's not going on a murder rampage. It's art stuff. I don't want some kid watching this later on and be like, oh my God. That reminds me, I have not worked on my embroidery in some time. I now have the side project of the pillow number 4, and to anybody who is interested in seeing how that's coming along and what's going on with that, that is something that I've decided is a patron only posting thing. So if you're really curious, you can join us over on Patreon and check it out and leave comments and input. And actually, you can even help to try to shape what is Patreon, because I've tried a number of things in the past. I tried doing like daily vlog stuff, but nobody was watching it. So I have no idea what kind of content to create over there. But if somebody's got some good ideas, I'm open to suggestions. But with some of the things we do have the first Sunday of the month hangout, which will be next week. We have a little get together where everybody can come and hang out and chat and stuff. Kind of fun. We do it on Discord because Discord does not limit how long we can hang out and chat for. So that's kind of nice. It used to be Google Hangouts, but then that became kind of expensive, and if you didn't want to have the time limit, you had to pay. I'm not sure that I'm that much better at it. Well, you must have had a really big section to have to undo if it's you're still been working on that. Jeez. So instead of dishing out the hits, I'm dishing out the knots, I guess. Do a podcast. Yeah, I don't know what I would talk about in a podcast. I mean, basically, my whole thing is about knots, and that kind of requires some kind of visual thing. Like a podcast is, theater of the mind, and I'm not sure how I would do that. It's not like I haven't considered it. There's a few podcasts that I listen to, so I have thought about the interest in that thing, but I don't know. It's like there's not enough things going on in my life to be like endlessly talking about stuff, or or did I have enough experiences in life to endlessly talk about things? Unknotting the mind, I like that. That's good. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I'm seriously not as big a fan of these single stranded ones. It's just so much more fiddly. Unraveling the brains. I've actually, because of the live streams being relatively popular, considered doing more live streams, but it's getting the everything prepared so I have all the stuff to work on, and and having something to talk about once a week. Trying to increase that number to anything more seems like, what would I talk about? What would I do? Oh, so there's a knotter that I follow on Instagram who is recently talking about the fact that they like using regular thread that they take and cut up 6 segments of and do something to get that to turn into their equivalency of embroidery floss, and that because it's smaller than embroidery floss, they can do 30 strand bracelets without taking up too terribly much space, and how much they prefer that. And for the life of me, I don't get what technique they're using to get 6 strands of regular thread to bind together. There's a bit of a language barrier that's making it particularly hard. But yeah, they claim that it takes them about a half hour to put together the strings for a bracelet. If it had taken longer, then I would say that I have an idea, but a half hour seems really, really quick for anything that kind of messes up my thoughts on like how it could be done, because that's just really quick for that. So yeah. Because I've twisted strings together. I have like a small machine that will spin the strings around and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. Yeah, so it's six individual little strands of this thread to make one string, and then yeah, any kind of decent sized project could just be wow. Yeah, but I don't think you can't just bunch the threads together. They're not gonna stay together. Yeah, I love that I'm surrounded by people who totally understand like the nature of why an idea of a project like this is so like concerning. Like you guys totally get it. Yeah, there's a fine art of separate when you're trying to split the strings. There's a fine art to doing it where it doesn't turn into a mess. That's oh, there's my podcast, Entangled Thoughts. So at least these colors seem a little bit easier on the camera. A lot less of the scary red thing going on. Yeah, when the string is shorter, it's easier to split. The longer the string is, the harder it is to split it into two. And I know because I used to like having my strings really, really long, so I didn't have to keep threading the needle. So, yeah. Or maybe I end up doing a job like that Simon guy, where I get sent in scripts and then I read them and then kind of ad lib periodically, like decoding. What is it? He's got decoding the unknown and the criminalist and another one. I forget what they all are. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that guy makes pretty good money. He's obviously works a lot. Yeah. Yeah, rule one, don't screw up your kids. Yeah, there seems to be a large number of really crazy people out there who all started out because their family did really sick, twisted things. And yeah, he calls out. I just watched one where he was talking about getting a Geiger counter because he was convinced that there was nuclear testing and whatever. Big flashes of light, weird things happening. Yeah. I'm pleased to say that this bracelet is now nicely joined together and seems to be coming along rather well. We'll see how this goes. Again, there's little to zero chance that I will finish this tonight. I might not even finish it tomorrow. There was another project I was working on earlier today that I would kind of like to get done, and I don't know which one I should prioritize, but so this one is a bracelet where the straight edge technique could have made it pretty cool. However, this is 24 strings, so essentially that means there were 12 strings going into the kumi, which is a nice number for a kumi. If you tried to make that a 13, so you'd have the one strand to add to either side, it would not be as nice. That would not come out as well. So when doing things like that, the macrame type loop probably makes a lot more sense. Because, I mean, look at that for a loop though. The kumis are just so darn cute. It really is a good look. There are some things that you can kind of do. If, let's say, you really wanted the 13 strings and you wanted to have a nice kumi, you can run the 13th strand down the middle and just basically build the rope around the one odd string. It'll keep getting in your way and you have to keep shifting it like every single time, but it is potentially doable. There is a way, if you're really hell-bent like this is, you have to have both things. There is a way. So this is a bit of a miniature version of the one that Minute Craft made. And it's pretty darn cute. Yeah, there is something kind of nice about this one. I don't know. All right, my new Chris, take care, and I don't know, maybe we can hang out tomorrow if you're free. To be honest, I'm not actually sure how much longer I'm going to be working on this. I just realized it's already midnight. That kind of went by quickly. I suppose maybe the first bracelet didn't quite go as quickly as it felt like, because it really felt fast. And then setting this one up, that was a little bit of work. So this one is going to be a bit of work one side till you run out of, like, can't kind of go any further, and then slowly move across it to the other side, kind of do the same thing, and then come back, because you really can't say complete any kind of segment without having parts of from the other areas to be completed first. So we still have people there? It's got quiet in the chat portion here.
Still says 4 watching.
Cool. Well, for anybody who's still watching, the secret word game is the incentive to try to get you guys to chat and maybe say the magic word and win a couple bracelets. So there is that. Nice. Yeah, I see. I couldn't do a foodie channel because it would be me going around to different places going, ew, what do you guys eat this? What the hell is wrong with you? Oh no.
You're an anti-foodie channel. Might
Right.
work.
Might. For the guy who eats very little or enjoys very little, what will it take for him to satisfy his food cravings? Dun, dun, dun. Mincemeat noodle. Yay!
Subway.
Little Caesars.
Brown stuff.
Oh man. There is a handmade noodle dish here in Singapore that we have dubbed as brown stuff because there's like this brown sauce that goes over it. It is so good. Just had it this week for the first time in a really, really long time. And yeah, the stall owners look up, see me, and are like, same. I always get the same thing from them, always. The problem is well, once upon a time, they used to be really close to where we worked, so it was really easy to stop by there once a week or so, or as many times as everybody else would allow me. I would go there because I love that stuff. And then, and now it's a really long ways from home to go have brown stuff. And so, yeah, it's been a really long time, like possibly since before the whole COVID thing. Mind you, we had tried earlier in the year, but the whole place where it was at was closed for cleaning when we got down there. So that was really a huge disappointment. Like finally.
Actually, you take a photo of it every single time we go there.
Yep.
You should like just put them in the Facebook album.
Right. Then I would be able to really track like how long it's been. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so the brown stuff actually has like some kind of vegetable in it that I have no idea what it is. Some kind of like spinach family thing that actually tastes pretty good. Like I actually will eat my veggies with this because they actually taste good. And it's got chunks of meat, and then there's meat inside of these like dumpling things that are also very good.
Or it's also called brown stuff because it lands on your shirts.
I get brown stains on my shirt because yeah, the noodles and stuff. It's really hard for me to eat that without making a mess. So yeah, can you imagine they do a foodie channel for me and like, okay, so Kevin now travels to Thailand. What will he have to eat there? Oh, he's ordering cashew chicken again. The cashew chicken is like one of these dishes in Thailand where you anywhere you go and you ask for it, they probably make it and they'll do it differently than anybody else. And it's just exciting to see for me how the next place will do it. Like every single take is different. So yeah. No, I think you don't have children because they would be little versions of me, and that's terrifying. Oh, so earlier we were talking about the whole watch hour thing and the fact that we're almost 100 hours more this week than we were from the last week. So hopefully next week I will report that we're even further ahead. So yeah, if you guys have free time, you know, toss on some videos to watch. Let my soothing voice be there for you, and yeah, let's get these numbers up. Yeah, the struggle is the fact that, you know, in 1 week from now we will have lost 1 week of last year's video watching hours, you know, that happened from a year ago. Mind you, there's no day where it's like super extravagant. It's like maybe like from the Saturdays and stuff, there's like a 10 or 12 hour thing. The rest of the days in the week, it's much lower. So it is feasible to put in a lot more hours than what was from a year ago. That's awesome. Thank you, Rainbow. But yeah, anybody else tuning into this, that would be great. We definitely want to get this channel monetized. It's one of the big sticking points about doing giveaways is the cost for the shipping. So if YouTube was helping to pay for some of that, we could do more giveaways. So who knows, maybe I will work on this thing tomorrow. This pattern kind of flows along fairly easily. It's a little less stressful than what I was working on. You would think that I would be melting as well. It is 30 degrees in the office with a 75% humidity. And I'm in here like it's just kind of chill. I don't know. Three days of summer. That's a pretty lengthy summer in England, from my understanding. It's what, sort of midday there, right? Kind of afternoon, evening? I know I should know this, but my brain absolutely refuses to remember like time zone stuffs.
5:30.
Right. So it should be cooling off soon. Another couple hours. Well, so you're far enough north that the length of the day is really long right now. So yeah, maybe not quite a couple hours. It might take a little while, but yeah. So you can kind of see what I was talking about, the whole going back and forth thing. Like I wanted to finish up this little area over here, but in order to do that, I need this diamond in the center. And in order to do that, I need to finish up this area over here on the left. So they're all, both sides are like so connected with what you have to do to get ahead with this thing. So yeah, but it's coming along. Perhaps you could get one of those the foily things that they put into cars to protect the dash and to keep the car cooler. They're like great big unfoldable foil things. You could stick it in the window to send that sun energy right back out and keep your house cooler. Because yeah, sun's energy is definitely something that'll heat up your home. I'm sure there's probably like a clever name for those things. I have no idea what it is. I saw one recently, looks really cool. It pops open like an umbrella. Yeah, this is really bright, sunny kind of stuff. Somebody recently pointed out that a lot of my bracelets contain the color orange and wanted to know, did I have some kind of a strange fixation on the color orange? And I was just like, no, it's not. And I looked at like what the things I've been making, and yeah, sure enough, a lot of them all have the color orange. And it was not my intention to have so many orange things. I don't even know why there's so many orange things. Oh, I saw a video earlier. I'm thinking about trying to remake it, but it will take a lot of work if I do. Essentially, there's these little totes that you can wind your string onto bobbins, and you put them in the little totes. And the video was them going, ooh, you know, like looking into one tote, and then the camera pans and it looks into another tote, you know, and they're like, you know, the marveling over the number of colors that they have to choose from. I have maybe 10 of those, so I can spread them out and pan from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And then after that, I have like 6 drawers from the airplane trolley that are absolutely filled with floss as well. So like the woo could just continue endlessly with so much string, you know. Maybe put some up on the couch next to the pillows that I made and just really kind of play it up a bit. But yeah, I saw that and I realized like, yeah, that'd be fun. Well, that's unfortunate. Wait, does this mean you can play me at like 125 speed and stuff or something? Yeah, Mandy's turtle does have orange in it, and that's because orange is Mandy's color. Red is my favorite color. That's why our tattoos are. Mine's got the red, and hers is the orange.
Isn't it cute?
It is very cute. That was why I bought it. It was damn cute. And the fact that you made a point of saying that there were turtles at the show, I was like, yes, there is. And it's really cute. And potentially useful. It's a measuring tape. Like, how cool is that? Mind you, I have this. It's a sheep. And it too is a measuring tape. It's got a little button on the back. But he's very silly. Got a little tongue hanging out. And the googly eyes. So yeah, she's got a turtle, I got sheep. Mind you, I've had the sheep for a really long time, so. So do I sound much more different at 1.5 speed? Like I'm suddenly imagining that my soothing voice just becomes a lot less soothing. Yeah, silly sheep for silly man. I can live with that. Yeah, so these little segments are kind of what make this pattern sort of fun, is the fact that it's these little things here and they just repeat, and there's something very satisfying about getting done with a segment like this and be like, oh yeah, see, look, I accomplished something. So yeah. And then the next segment is sort of the same, except for it runs more or less down the middle. So this kind of changes the whole thing just a little bit. So I'm gonna finish up this little segment here, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night before I'm too tired for the after party. And to anybody else who's watching this in the future, the after party is for people who are Patreon supporters, where they can hang out and be able to talk to me via Discord, and we can talk about the stream or, you know, whatever comes along. And yeah, it's usually a lot of fun. There might even be alcohol involved. I don't know. Not sure this time though. Last time I drank a little bit, it seemed to give me a sugar rush and made it harder to sleep, which I don't want. Already having enough trouble sleeping. Of course, we will be back again next week. It'll be July 1st for the next live stream. So that's interesting. We're already through the month of June into July. And of course that means July 2nd will be the patron hangout, where our Sunday get together. It can be a lot longer of a hangout, so that's always fun. Like the after party, seldom do I get to be there for, you know, nearly as long, because I'm already tired from being on the stream for as long as I was. So yeah. Yeah, you would think sugar rush would make me crash. I don't know. There's something about my chemical makeup that makes it where I get more hyper. I think that's maybe why I was skinny as a kid. I used to like the sugary cereals and stuff, and they'd make me super hyperactive. But yeah, I knew going into this project that I'd never finish this one tonight. This is way more intensive work. It's nice, you know, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but 24 string versus 12 string, there's obviously twice as many knots going on, and it's thinner because instead of the string being doubled up like I normally like it, it means it takes more knots to cover 1 inch of length. So yeah, just takes more time, more effort. That's too cute. Well, there we have that, and let me get the other one out. Ow. Pinch my fingers in the clip. So there we go. That's it for tonight, guys. before I go, I do want to thank my Patreon supporters who make all of this stuff possible. I really couldn't do it without you guys. Yeah, this has really made the whole channel thing available. So yeah. And yeah, we'll be back in next week. I got a couple more bracelet ideas to try out. So who knows what we'll make then. All right. So yeah, thanks for hanging out so long. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.